so that we don't get any disturbance in the demo. And I'm going to keep 10-15 minutes at the end of the session, so that if you have any questions, open questions, you can ask me. And don't feel shy, or like if you are thinking that my question is not a good question, don't think that way. Straight away ask whatever you want to, because in the first two sessions we are going to decide about the complete training. Today in the demo you will come to know about the general idea about the data visualization, the what is Tableau. I will take through some of the topics of Tableau. I will be showing you the curriculum, like what all things we are going to cover in Tableau and SQL. Okay, so now let's start. B- About me. Like, everyone is basically asking me on WhatsApp, like about the trainer, and like what is my experience and everything. So that this is the place where I will introduce myself. My name is Mohammad Tausif. I'm working as a BI lead in one of the MNC in India from Pune, and I have around 12 years of experience. So I started my journey with reporting. I started working in Excel, VBA. Then I worked for some time on Cognos tool in one of the banking. Then moved to ClickView. And while working on Cognos and ClickView, I got introduced to Tableau. Then that's where like Tableau came to my professional life. So in Tableau, I'm working. My total experience in Tableau is around 4 years. Okay, I'm a data visualization expert and data storyteller. I will be showing my Tableau public profile at the end of the session. The next point is I love to find stories in the data and represent visually, which again I will show the infographics I have created using Tableau. I am a Tableau public featured author. Addition to this, I'm a part of Tableau community and an active social project participant. So there are some projects in Tableau, weekly projects, monthly projects. We call it as a social projects. So I am a like I participate in those projects, and almost there are around 8 to 10 projects which we will see in the next sessions. So again, that will be a gateway for the practice for creating the data visualization. Now, everyone have seen this banner, right? Tableau and SQL. One second. So what exactly this banner says? Okay, just give me a minute. What does this banner says? Like I have mentioned some of the points here: Tableau certified trainer, real-time examples, social profile building, recorded sessions, live projects and assignments, Tableau materials and resources, mock-up interviews, end-to-end dashboard development, 100% practical sessions, and dashboard design tips and tricks. The reason to put all these points, there is a reason behind this, because nowadays like there are a lot of backdoor things are happening in institutes, and like there are people uh, in my experience I have seen people who have joined some other training and they're coming back to me and they're saying that my training is better than them. So I just wanted to clear out those points over here. I am a Tableau certified trainer. I've done certification in desktop specialist as well as certified associate. My certified associate certification got expired last year, so it has a 2 years validity. I will be taking you through the certification as well. So right now we have I'm on a desktop specialist certification, so which has a lifetime validity. The next point is real-time examples. What happens when like right now I'm working as a real-time developer. Now I will be sharing you the day-to-day activities, what exactly we do, how we work as a team, how we work with a backend team, what are the challenges, how the Scrum and Agile works in the company. So those things we are going to cover. And while teaching or showing any topic in the practical session, I will be taking you through the scenarios. In which scenario we use those topics. Okay, guys, can you please mute yourself? There is some background noise. Aniseti Venkatesh, can you please mute
Uh,
yourself?
okay, okay.
Yeah, I will give you time for questions. Okay. The next part is social profile building. This is a place where you will get a chance to join as a Tableau developer. You are working in .NET, that's fine. You are working in other tools, that's fine. But using Tableau, you can showcase your skills. You can showcase your work. That I'm going to help you in building that. We have LinkedIn, we have Tableau public profile, we have Twitter. So I will show you how you can market or showcase your profile. So throughout the training, uh, like there will be at least 5 to 10 dashboards and the assignments on the Tableau public profile. So that I'm going to take you through. Recorded sessions. Every session will be recorded, and at the end of the day, you will get the record session live on the shared drive. So you can download and keep those sessions with you. But make sure you don't sell these sessions with anyone. My network is very strong, and I can, like, people, like when they purchase or the videos, they approach me saying like this person is selling the video. So make sure that these recorded sessions are only for you. Okay. Now live projects and assignments. So live projects, I will be showing you how we proceed with the projects while working in the real-time environment. What are the phases for the development? Okay. Assignments, where when we start with the practical sessions, there will be assignments given to you, and those assignments you need to complete. Fine. Then the next thing is about the Tableau materials and resources. I have a lot of resources with me which I will be sharing with you. It can be uh, related to small tasks, dashboard tips and tricks, right? Then use cases. So a lot of materials and resources I have, which I will be sharing with you. And the same thing I will be using in the training as well. The next one is mock-up interviews. So there are many people who are working and they wanted to join this training for knowledge purpose. There are few audience who wants to switch their profile, and there are few people who wants to get their job quickly. So I conduct 2 to 3 interviews for Tableau. Now, here in interviews, we are going to cover the training last session will be completely based on the interview part. I will be sharing you how you can derive the interview whenever you are attending or giving interview in any organization. I will be sharing you tips and tricks and what all important topics we focus, because right now we are my experience is as of now from last 3 months we are looking for Tableau developers, but unfortunately we are not getting the expected candidate. So what are the expectations? What are the topics we focus on, right? So all those things we are going to cover in the last session. The next one is end-to-end. Dashboard development. I'm going to share the approach with you. How we start with the dashboard development. So in real-time work environment, we hardly develop a dashboard in a day. There are certain steps, approach which we have to follow. How to start with the data analysis, how to take the approach, how to build the dashboard. All these things will be covered as a part of end-to-end dashboard development. 100% practical sessions. I don't have any presentation. Only in the initial sessions to discuss about the Tableau data visualization, I'm going to use the presentation. The presentation which is open currently, that is the only presentation I have. Apart from that, I don't have any presentation. There are certain important things related to social profiling. I will be using that time. Else, all the topics I'm going to cover as a real-time example. I will be sharing you the use case and different scenarios. The last one of the most and the important aspect of Tableau, that is dashboard design. I have a dashboard design tips and tricks workbook which I have created for my candidates. There are certain points which everyone needs to remember while developing the dashboard. That is covered in this. So I will show, like I guess I've shared some of the my past current batch students profile as well. Few of them have gone through that. So w- what exactly important points required before building the dashboard, that we are going to cover. And this is one of the important part in Tableau. We cover use cases, different scenarios, real time aspect. But again, dashboard design tips and tricks is one of the important part of Tableau. And there are few things in every interview which like interviewer asks in the interview. So any questions quickly, or we can go with the next slide. Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Mohammed.
Yeah.
This is Anubhuti.
Yeah,
I
Anubhuti.
am not able to see the screen on Teams.
Y-
If you're sharing
Oh,
anything, I can just hear your voice, but
oh,
I'm
okay.
not able
What
to
about
see the screen.
others? Can others?
Others may be able to because this is a problem I'm facing with my office work also.
Oh, maybe maybe that's why. Like I don't know, but I guess everyone is able to see the screen.
Yeah, Tausif, we are
Yes,
able to
we
see the
we are
screen.
So
yeah
Anubhuti, I will be
we are
sharing the
able to see
recording.
now.
Okay.
Mm,
So
okay.
yeah, just try to rejoin uh, again and see if you are able to see. Fine.
No,
Or
see, I tried 3 times. Initially, I was not able to join first, and
Mhm.
then the point is, this is I'm dealing with my office work also. I don't know like, whether the team is
Maybe,
corrupted or what.
yeah,
I don't know, but
you
they
may
are
have
even not able
registered
to
for some.
resolve this.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
so
can
fine.
join from mobile as well.
I'm
Some
joining from mobile only.
Oh God.
from mobile.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
mobile also you are not able to see.
yes.
Oh, that's too much.
I think she's registered on mobile or office ID.
You have joined from mobile office. Sorry.
Yeah, because sometimes, yes, yes, because
Try to.
sometimes I have to join office work also from mobile. But yeah, the
So
screen sharing
We also
issues.
joined in mobile.
There.
can you join from your personal mobile,
Yeah.
Anubhuti?
No, this is my personal mobile, but ID that I'm used for Teams is my office ID.
No, you don't require any ID over here. I guess no one joined through login ID, right? Like they just click on the
Yes,
link
Yeah,
because
yes, yes,
that is a direct link I have given.
that's true.
yes.
Let me try one more time.
Yes,
I'll
yes.
just,
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
let me try.
Okay, fine. Okay, any questions, guys? No questions?
No.
No, we are
Uh,
good.
cool. Now, in what this slide says, common questions. So everyone is curious, like if they are joining any training, right? So they want to know what are the benefits of training. Will they able to, like, what is the future after training, or what they can do? So first thing is like, what are the prerequisites required? My training is from zero level. If you know Excel, that's fine, but I start from very basics: how to download, how to install, how to get 1 year license free. Okay, if you don't have Tableau desktop, you can use Tableau public. So that is where the prerequisite comes into picture. So there is, if you don't have any knowledge, if you are fresher, that's fine. No prerequisite required for my training. How this training will help me to get the job in Tableau? We in my training there are around like we cover 30 hours of training. So it's a 2 months duration training. Now, as a Tableau developer, what all things you required to work as a Tableau developer is covered in the training. When I say from scratch means I will take you through interface. I will make you understand what are the menu options in Tableau. What is the landing page? All those things we are going to start from scratch. No knowledge required related to Tableau or any other thing. Now, what this question is means to me, how this training will help me to get the job in Tableau. See, nowadays, honestly speaking, Tableau don't like, there are no options or no openings for freshers. Let me make this clear to everyone. But if you are having experience, for like for example, there are people who are having 5 years of experience, there are 7 years of experience audience, and 10 years of experience. Okay, so what we generally do, like when while training, I'm going to provide you the recorded sessions, and I will be keeping you busy by giving you the assignments. Now I need only one thing from everyone, whoever joins the training, to give at least 1 hour daily. Now, when you give 1 hour daily, so if you're giving 2 or 3 months time for Tableau, you are comparable to the person who have experience, real-time experience of 2 years. Because I have like experience where my students have joined the organization, and they have come to me saying like there are people who are like basically I'm performing better than them. So I show you the tips, tricks, and the best part is like in practical scenarios, we have one automatic charts preparation, okay, which we don't use. Everything we do is manual in the training, and I make habit for everyone to do that in the same pace. The next question is, are there any openings for fresher? So there are very less company or less opportunities for freshers, but we can convert your experience showing at least 2 years of relevant experience in Tableau. Now, the next question is, how can I change my profile from XYZ to Tableau or data analytics? So this I'm going to cover at the end of the training. For example, you are working as a tester, you are working in some other tool, you are working in big data, whatever your profile is, you can switch into Tableau. But currently, like it's very early to tell you the story behind this. But in the last session, I try to expose how you can change the profile from any like XYZ to Tableau. Now, what is the benefit of joining training with me? You are connected to me every time, even after the training. Like if you have any interview pipeline, or if you need any help or any suggestion or any advice, I'm always there Like there are students who have who have took training from me from 2 years back, and still they are in touch with me. They are updating me about like their profile, and even I am in touch with everyone who is in need of a job so that I can guide them. But your dedication is required over here. If you are asking for ready-made stuffs, then sorry, like it's very difficult for me. But yeah, if you are stuck somewhere, then I can guide you. Okay. Do I need to learn any other tool along with Tableau? So that is also covered in this training. That is SQL, and SQL will be covered at the end of the once we complete the Tableau, because I will be showing you how SQL and Tableau works together. We use SQL for testing purpose mostly to write ad hoc queries, which we will cover. So first we will cover the topics about the SQL, what is required for Tableau developer, that we are going to cover in SQL. So it can be like 5 to 6 hours of training in SQL. How do I prepare for Tableau interview? Whatever topics I am covering, I will be asking, sharing the idea like for that topic, what type of questions can be asked. So you can make a note of that, or whenever you are going through the recording, you have to prepare notes. And remember one thing, preparing handwritten notes will definitely help you to crack the interview. Once we start with the training, I will be showing you like how the pen and paper helps you to crack the interview, to create a dashboard. So lot of important things I'm going to cover. Whatever knowledge I have, I'm going to share throughout the training. That is one important thing which I wanted to share with you all. Can I take certification after training? This is a common question about the certification. And there are people in the institutes, like the people who are running institute, they basically tell people, yeah, you can go to take the certification after the training. But honestly, that is not the correct way for clearing the certification. Certification, you can go for desktop specialist certification, which has lifetime validity after completing 2 months from the training. If you are doing practice, the topics that is covered in this training is a part of all the topics for the desktop specialist are covered in this training, but you need a good hands-on on the Tableau tool, because in certification we get the questions which are twisted, and it is sometimes confused questions. So taking certification quickly after the training is not the correct situation where you can go for certification. Complete the training, give your dedication to 1.5 month, and then you can enroll for the certification now. You have 6 months of validity. Based on the confidence, you can schedule the date for the certification. Which certifications are useful and which one shall we take? I will always recommend to go for desktop specialist. The reason is there is no lifetime, there is no validity for that certification, and most of, it is less in price. I will give you my real time scenario. Like I did certified associate. The price was $250, but it has 2 years validity. Now it got expired last year in October or November last year. Now again my company is asking me for to go for the certification. I refuse to go for that because again after 2 years it will go expire, and certified associate certification is changing to data analyst. So don't register for certified associate because that is getting replaced with new certification. I will share the link with you as well for the certification, where you will get all the details about the pricing, the exam guide. So all these things we will cover. Okay. Apart from this, any other questions you guys have in your mind? Because these all questions I've collected through the students who are attending the training, who are calling me and asking me. So these are the common questions which I've like noted over here. Any other questions you want to ask? You can unmute and ask me.
Mohammed, I just lost connection in between. I'm Kumuda.
Okay.
You were saying that you will also teach SQL, right? So, like,
Yes.
did you say that out of the 30 hours, you will be taking some 5 to 6 hours on SQL?
See, the total duration doesn't matter for me. Like for example, if I am right now, I'm telling that the duration is 2 months, but sometimes in most of the batches, my batch get extends to 1 or 2 weeks. Okay.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
the duration is not fixed. What matters for me, what is important for me is to cover the topics. So what happens, I will tell you one example. There are people, most of the people are in the already working. So they know the environment and process of how the company works. But there are some people who are freshers. So I have to go deeper to make them understand the topic. So in that case, what happens like I have to elaborate the session, elaborate the topic and make them understand. And that doesn't matter if people ask me questions 4 times, 5 times, I will answer your questions. Okay, so 2 months is the duration, but yeah, we may extend to 2 months, 1 week. So that is not a detail, but I have a plan of 2 months. And it's not like for Tableau I will be giving 20 hours and for SQL I'm giving to 5 to 6 hours. That is not the case. Whatever topics we have in the curriculum, we are going to cover, and then we'll go for SQL.
Okay, so
Yeah.
do we actually require SQL here for making dashboards and storyboards?
No,
Okay,
but
okay, got it.
in interview, whenever you are looking at the job description, SQL,
Hmm.
see, SQL is the base. You go for
Yeah,
Tableau or any other tool, you need
yeah,
SQL. Okay.
yeah, right.
The
Hmm.
reason is why SQL? The database is different. Like some
Hmm.
in company, there are Oracle, SQL Server, right?
Hmm.
Then
Yeah,
all this different, but you should know how to query the data. That's what I'm going
okay,
to cover because there is a lot of confusion about the like how SQL is used in Tableau. Okay, we are
okay.
as a Tableau developer, we are not writing the procedural languages. What we are
Hmm.
doing is whatever we are looking at, let's say we have created a bar chart, the numbers that
Hmm.
we are looking at, so we have to check in
Hmm.
this backend database if those numbers are correct or not. The numbers that we
Hmm.
have in the table in the SQL server or Oracle is matching with the Tableau records or not. So those are the things we have
Okay.
to check.
So you're saying that we will do a cross validation, huh?
Yes,
Kind of.
yes. Data
Okay.
validation, see, SQL is used for data validation, in short, in simple sentence.
Yeah.
Everything you see, as a data visualization or as a data analyst or as a Tableau developer,
Hmm.
you work hand in hand with the DBA team.
Mm-hmm.
The reason
Okay.
for that is if
Yeah.
there is a big query
Hmm.
and you are writing calculations, complex calculations in Tableau, the performance of the
Okay.
dashboard goes down. So
Okay.
you take help of from the DBA team and ask them to write those complex calculations in the backend itself, and you pull the table directly to Tableau so that the performance is gets improved at the Tableau level. Because in real time, the
Hmm.
client, if you are showing the dashboard which is taking 30 to 40 seconds loading time, that is not
Hmm.
accepted by any client.
Okay.
We have 6 seconds performance loading time. If the dashboard
Hmm.
is not loading in 6 seconds, the dashboard
Hmm.
is rejected. So we have to improve that.
Okay.
So all these things
Okay.
we have to take care.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Mohammed.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Any other questions,
Hi,
guys?
Mohammed.
Hi.
I'm Surbhi. So,
Yes, sir.
just wanted to ask, the class will be for only Sundays or it will be for Saturdays and Sundays as well?
See, Saturday and Sunday we are going to have the sessions, and the timing will be around
Okay.
11 only. So we have started.
Okay.
I'm the reason I've started demo today is like I'm about to complete my previous batch and I want people to go through like whatever I'm showing today. They have some time, and the next Saturday we are going to connect again. So
Okay.
next Saturday again we have like a change in the timing, but going forward the timing will be constant. It can be 11 or 11:30 like that, because if there are some people who are from US, so I have to like talk to them. If they're interested to join the training, I will connect with them and check what the time feasibility, and accordingly I will decide the time. So first two
Okay.
sessions you have to manage according to me, and then going forward I will be discussing with everyone, and then we start.
Okay. So they will be the training will be from Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yeah, every
Yeah.
weekend.
Okay. 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 Yeah.
Okay.
Hi,
Any
Mahmood. This is
question?
Nikhil here.
Yeah, Nikhil.
I just wanted to understand, like, do you have any idea about the Power BI tool? Because
Yes.
I just need to, differentiate between two of these tools. So, which one is the easier to, to work upon?
Okay. See, I'm working in Power BI as well. I started working from last 6 months. Okay. Now, first, what do you think as an organization important factor for the organization if they're going for any other tool? You're working somewhere, right?
Yes,
Like if you don't mind, which company you are working with?
I'm working at Infosys.
Infosys. Okay, fine,
Yeah.
cool. So, what do you think? What is important for company if they are going for any new tool or any other tool? Or anyone can answer this question?
Maybe a
Cost,
different company might use different tools depending on their like
cost and
cost.
performance.
Exactly. Costing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So costing is the important factor. The costing for Tableau and Power BI is uncomparable. Power BI comes with a Microsoft package and every company has Microsoft Suite available, right?
Yeah.
Now, coming like when I started working with Power BI, I lost interest in Power BI because the flexibility we have in Tableau is not that much in Power BI. But anyhow, like these are the two tools competing with each other related to costing, and now Power BI is coming up with new updates. So these two tools are going hand in hand. But the companies like banking or any other like where the data is huge in billions or trillions. So there mostly companies are using Tableau. So right now I don't want to compensate on or like give some clear definition or difference between Tableau and Power BI, but it all depends on the company and costing factor. Both tools are good in the market, and like Power BI as compared to Tableau is growing. But again, the companies who are stick to Tableau, they are hardly migrating to Power BI. In my organization, we don't have Power BI earlier, but now for small POCs we have started. The reason is due to healthcare domain. The data is huge in a case, so the performance is not comparable to Tableau. So we are still in Tableau. We have started with one more new tool, like open source tool called as Apache Superset. Again, that was not successful in our organization. So at the moment, we have Tableau, which is like since long we have in the organization.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. And in addition to that, like, for Power BI, they are asking like DAX and all these queries. So in Power BI, in Tableau, does it like have some sort of DAX expressions included?
Yeah. So I will tell you one thing. Like when I started research on Power BI, I got very different answers. Like some people are saying we need knowledge in SSRS, we need knowledge in this, we
Correct,
need
correct.
knowledge in that. So lot of things was there. So I lost interest. Okay, so I thought like let me go to the training. Then I got introduced to DAX. For DAX, I was DAX was not challenging for me because I already started my journey in Excel. I have worked in VB automation. So those are have some relations in writing formulas and all, right? Now, in Power BI, you need to have knowledge on M language, I guess, DAX. There are certain topics which makes Power BI a complex story, right? But in Tableau, we don't need any other things to spend time on. Tableau is a tool which has everything. The only challenge people find is writing calculations, and LOD is one of the topic which everyone is afraid of in Tableau. And I have made it very simpler in my training.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What if you want to do data cleaning, some cleaning? What tool do we go for?
Prince, I'm not able to get you. Can you like your voice is very low?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So what if you want to do some data cleaning before you import your data into Tableau?
Yeah,
What tool do we have to use?
yeah. So generally we have backend ETL team. So we have data warehouses in Redshift and like different like we have a data marts available. So data cleaning is mostly done by the ETL team who takes care of the raw data. And if there are still some things required to be cleaning required in Tableau, we take care of that as well. But in most of the organization for reporting, we get the clean data. I will be taking you through the approach process. After this, I have the slide. I will be showing you that as well.
Okay,
Uh,
thank you.
You're
yeah,
welcome.
Taufeeq, I have one question.
Mhm.
Do we cover like Tableau server, like how to publish the report and incremental load in Tableau?
See, honestly speaking, I just covered some part of Tableau server, not everything. The reason is I will tell you how you have to answer the question. Every company
Okay.
has Tableau admin,
Yes,
and
yes.
Tableau developer role is not as simple as Tableau admin. The reason is there are 10 developers, and if for equal to that, there is only one admin in the organization. Throughout my journey in Tableau, I never worked as a Tableau admin or never did a task of Tableau admin. But yeah, you should have some idea about creating users, creating groups, and all those things. Because Tableau admin task and job is completely different compared to the Tableau developer. The person who has started working in Tableau admin, so he doesn't know much about Tableau development. So I will show you how you publish the report. Okay, but
Okay.
we are not covering Tableau server over here in this training.
Okay. And this incremental load
That
we
I will
have.
show you. That I will show
Okay.
you. That is
And,
basically while publishing. I have
mhm.
one blog for that. While publishing, we have to just select some options that takes care of incremental loading,
Okay.
and we can do it at Tableau level as well. But in real time, we don't do that because i- while publishing report or while publishing your dashboard on Tableau server, we have certain required options to be selected: incremental load, scheduling refresh, right? So
Okay.
first what we do, we first publish the data source, and then we link the dashboard with the published data source, and then we publish the dashboard on Tableau server. So this is the process we follow. This is the approach we follow before publishing report to the Tableau server.
Okay. Okay. Fine. One more thing, like as I'm not working as a Tableau developer, but I have given some interview in Tableau. Like
Mhm.
I have given an interview in Nagaro, and they asked me what are the outliers. So how can we give the answer to these kind of question because we are not working in this uh,
Out
outliers?
outliers, yeah. So
Means
outliers is
there
something.
can be some other questions that can be that we can face in real time, but as we
Mhm.
have not worked, so will we cover the interview questions?
Yes. See, They might have asked you related to some topic. What are outliers? I will just give you an example. You have a team of 10 people. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
three people are having salary more than 2 lakhs,
Okay.
and there are seven people who are having salaries below 1 lakh. Now, the people with 2 lakh salary are the outliers. In short, that is
Uh,
an example. So, in the charts, we try to show outliers. Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that will cover. Don't worry. If you have any questions, make a note of that, and then we can discuss those as well. So whatever you questions that you see over here on my screen is all coming from the candidates only. Like I keep getting such questions, so I made a note of this. So before we start moving to Tableau, I wanted to cover this type of questions because people wait for the demo to complete and they start asking such questions. So I kept this questions at the beginning only.
Common for all, right?
Yes, yeah,
Mhm.
Mohammed, I
Okay.
have a
Thanks,
question for
Taufik.
you.
yeah, yeah. Someone was saying something.
Yeah, yeah, Chetan here. I
Yeah,
have a
Chit.
question for you. Like, I just wanted to understand this training covers predictive analysis part. Like, we have recently released instant analytics, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
is that covered in this training?
No, because so far we have no company have adopted predictive analysis, and predictive analysis is done with the data science team. Until
Mm-hmm.
unless they have the model ready, we are not doing anything in Tableau. So they prepare the model, they provide us the data, and then we
Then I wanted to understand here,
yeah.
is that a predictive analysis is a separate tool or it's a part of Tableau tool itself? Because I
No, no,
can
no.
see most of the places CRM, Tableau CRM is coming into picture.
Yes. So
So,
Tableau CRM is a new product that has been launched with Tableau. So I will
right.
just give you one quick example. So what data science people are doing, they're preparing some model. They're working with the raw data and they're creating algorithms and preparing the data to one level.
Mm-hmm.
Now, using that data, either we take the script and put it into Tableau and
Mm-hmm.
show the visualization based on that particular data. This is one way. And there is other way is like using R tool. Companies have created the POCs and using R and Python they are showing the visualization for such analysis. So in Tableau generally we most of the organization we work with the historical data or the live data.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so currently in my organization, right, we are mainly focusing on the predictive analysis right now because we work
Okay.
for a sales data. Okay,
Okay.
so sales people, right, they wanted their analysis on a predictive way as well. So
Hmm.
I'm looking something like anybody like who have some knowledge on this predictive analysis that will really help my profile.
So if you want that particular topic to be covered, then I can share the links with you. You can
Okay.
that will help you to understand how predictive analysis can be done. Because
Okay.
again, for doing the predictive analysis, you need understanding of building the charts, building the dashboard at the end, right? Predictive
Correct.
analysis is a part of analysis only. So
Correct.
forecasting we are covering. So
Hmm.
predictive analysis that is a part which is related to statistical methodology. So
Hmm.
I can share the resource or document with you if you want.
Okay, yeah, that works. Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks, Mohammed. And one last question. Sorry for that.
No, no problem.
Uh, uh, is that the Tableau tool itself will help us in the predictive analysis coverage, or is a separate tool? That is one last question for me, myself.
First, the people who are working as a ETL team,
ETL
they
team.
will
Okay.
ETL team,
Mm-hmm.
they will take the raw data. For example, as you're saying for the sales team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, looking at the data, they will try to do some cleaning and like if there are any algorithm to be implemented, there will be an involvement of data science or statistical person where
Okay.
they will put some algorithm library on all those things. You will get a clean data. So you
Okay.
just need to create a dashboard based on that data. That's
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Got it.
So
Got
what
it.
predictive analysis means what? Prediction, right?
Correct.
So
Based on the historical and present current data, we are
correct.
going to predict it.
Yes.
What's going to
And
happen in future?
exactly. So that's how the data science people, data scientists are doing,
Correct.
right? And
So
if
do you
taking an
think
example,
this
mhm,
Tableau is not part of data science tool?
Tableau is a like part of data science tool, but Tableau needs data. Tableau, you cannot implement algorithms in Tableau.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you mean to say
Al-
the regression model, the statistical
Correct.
analysis
So
model.
all these things needs to be done before you import. See, in short, what is data visualization? Data visualization is representation of data in the form of visualizations. Correct?
Correct.
So how you think like you can take analysis, predictive analysis, statistical analysis to Tableau? Until and unless you provide the proper data to a tool, you won't be able to show anything, right? So this part is completely handled by the different team.
Got it.
Understood? So if you are
Yeah.
asking for like for example the ETL team to show the cleaning of the data in the form of visualization, they won't be able to do that because their
Okay.
approach is completely different. They are cleaning the data and all those things, so their approach is completely different.
Mm-hmm,
ETL
mm-hmm.
people doesn't know much about the data visualization team, but data visualization team knows needs to understand what they are doing in the back end.
Okay.
So these two teams are working hand in hand.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Got it. Yeah, makes sense. Thank you. Thanks, man.
no problem. Any other questions, or we can proceed with the next one, next topic?
Mohammed, I have one question. Like,
Mhm.
what are the job titles available for those who are non-technical people?
Who are non-technical?
Non-technical, yeah.
Uh, a bit confused question for me.
Like, for example, I belongs
Mm.
to something like commerce background. So, for
Okay,
which profile should I go to, like for applied for if I
okay,
want to go into
S-
Tableau?
okay. So that is not a important factor. It all depends on the organization and the designation that they are providing based on the experience. So some organizations have designation as data engineer, some have Tableau developer, some have senior BI developer. So every company have different designations.
Okay.
You have to go through the JD job description and understand if that job is suits you or not. Clear? Any
Hello.
questions? Yeah,
Yeah, this is Venkatesh Mohammed.
yeah, Venkatesh.
Yeah, I have one doubt, and the Tableau software will backend will run SQL. Where it is?
That is a separate database.
No, no. I mean, some question I get a interview question. They will ask, and the Tableau software will be run and backend and SQL. Where it is? Can you tell me that the question I
That
will
is
ask?
VSQL, not SQL. VSQL.
Yeah, SQL. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So that can be seen in the XML format. So we don't have access to that platform, you can say. So for example, let's say background processing, you can say can be done using VisQL. That is visual query language. So whatever drag and drop you do in Tableau tool, okay, that is where the VisQL processing is done.
Okay.
Understood? Yeah. So we don't have access to that VisQL part. What we have access is to the data and the front end. So when we cover the Tableau interface, that time you will get the understanding.
I have another one doubt, and how will we learn about calculation and which time and we have to write of calculation and at that time how we find it?
I am there for that. We are going to cover all the common calculations. I have like
Yes,
whatever calculations we have in Tableau and what is required, we are going to cover that. For
yes, yes.
example, we have one quiz as well
Hmm.
for date functions. So the way the type of questions generally people ask in the interview, last day, previous month, right? So all those type of questions, I've prepared a quiz for that as well. So don't worry about those as well. Because see, date calculations where the people are facing a lot of problems in Tableau. So I'm going to cover that as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other question? No. So shall we start with the data visualization and Tableau then? If we have covered all these questions, I
Yes.
think I will take 10-15 minutes more, and then remaining we can cover on in the next session. Okay. So let me go. So now we see the data visualization, right? Looking at this, this is one of the dashboard which we have created in one of the training batch. Now, what we see here, can someone quickly tell me? Don't go for this title, so sample superstore analysis. But what exactly this dashboard represents?
Uh, I can try.
Yeah.
The first one's is showing about the quantity of sales according to different states.
No, 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 that's fine.
Uh,
I don't want
hmm,
for each object. Overall.
okay. Overall, it's showing about the sales day, month, day wise, month wise, and who are the top 10 customers, and whether and the trend, whether it's like which month it's peaking and when it's dropping, when the sales and profit is peaking at peaks and when it's dropping, and it also says about the profit.
Okay. So in general words, this is summary of a retail store.
It's talking about the overview of the project.
Exactly. So this is the overview of a particular retail store. Now, if I will just give you a quick example, that is a funny example. Let's say if Mark Zuckerberg is asking for a analysis, so, and if the person sends him the Excel file, what he will do? Will he go through the Excel file?
He will ignore.
No, right? So the
Will
higher
not
management.
understand.
So for example, we have a Facebook owner, Mark Zuckerberg, right? So if the employee of Mark sends him the Excel file of the data for last 1 year, what will happen? He will go through the Excel file. He have that much time, you think?
No, he
No,
won't.
right? Yeah. So the dashboards that we prepare, this type of dashboards are used for making decisions. The people who are sitting at the top, CXOs, CEO, so they look at this visualization and they look at the important part. If you see here, this state is red, this peak is down, right? So they try to understand the reasons behind that in 10 to 15 minutes. So that's where the data visualization comes into picture. Now there are certain things to remember here as well. Your data visualization follows certain rules, which we will see in the coming slides. Again, there is one more dashboard we have created. This is again one of the batch we have created the dashboard. So again, we are looking at different summary of this sales for the retail store. So we are going to create the KPIs. We are going to create the detail analysis or a demographics for a particular data. Like this, there are 12 data sets which I have for different domains. I will be sharing you as an assignment. So by the end of the training, there will be at least 15 dashboards in your Tableau public profile. Clear? So by the time we complete the training, there will be at least 30 to 40 visualizations in your Tableau public profile, which will help you to start applying for the job after the training, because you will have something to show to the HR, to the company while applying for the job. One of the important factor for Tableau Public is whenever I get resumes for the candidates, I first check if they have Tableau Public profile or not, because that answers some of my questions if the person is having understanding of fundamentals of Tableau or not. Okay, so Tableau Public, all the assignments I check on Tableau Public. I don't check on WhatsApp. I don't check on email. Whoever is attending the training, I personally check everyone's profile. Fine. So this Tableau Public profile is one of the important factor for your job landing. Okay. Now let's understand the data visualization. So here we if we go through the quick definition, like today's data visualization tools go beyond the standard charts. So we build a dashboard using different charts, geographic maps, scatter plots, bar charts, different charts that we have. We try to create the dashboard. This is a data visualization. Why data visualization? Data visualization is important because spreadsheets are hard to visualize and data visualization makes interpreter easier. So you have a table in SQL Server, you have a table in Oracle, you have Excel file. So it's very difficult to analyze or do data analysis. So that's the reason data visualization plays an important role in finding the key insights of the data. And now data is very important for small as well as big organizations. Without data, nothing can be done. Whatever artificial intelligence are getting implemented, the analysis or the future planning is done is completely based on the historical data and the future data. Now, this is the data visualization standard approach. So here we have the client, we take the raw data and we access the data in different tools. Like we have database, SQL Server, XML file, or different type of files. Now we clean the data over here. Okay, using the ETL scripts, and data cleaning can be done once we connect to the raw data. So this is in prepare. We have the ETL team. Just give me a minute. I will open one marker. Just a second. Okay, so this is a place where data cleaning is done. Complex calculations, procedures, everything is done in this space. And the last one that we have is the generate insight. And that's where this tools comes into picture. Tableau, Power BI, Looker, Domo. There are a lot of tools, but at the moment, Tableau and Power BI is a tool which everyone is familiar with the names and the tool. And share insights is like you share the visualizations through Tableau server, right? Through mobile, people can check the visualizations on mobile. So all these things are done using sharing. So people globally can check your reports who like who are internally assigned. Okay. Any questions till now? So this is the standard approach every organization takes. Access, prepare, generate insight, share insight. Clear? Now these are the steps of data analysis, or steps you can say before processing, like proceeding with the dashboard. So we have data story form polish. So look at these points. These are the important points. Part of chapter. Know your data. You have to understand the data. That means you should have domain knowledge. You should know how the business works. Understand the business problem. Based on that, visualize your data. So, and once you understand the problem, you have to list down the KPIs, the charts, or the analysis that you're going to do, and work with your chart. Clear? So these are the questions generally you ask. What data do you have? Like what data you want to know about the data? Which chart type to achieve this goal? So this is where your knowledge or skills comes into picture. Understood? These questions you will not ask clients. This is your thought process. You will only ask the questions about this one, the problem which the current business is having. But all these things you have to take care, and that's where some people called as data storyteller, because they understand the problem and they try to show the data in the form of a story. Clear? Any questions over here, or any point I'm missing into this? Cool. Now there are certain topics which we have to remember, certain rules we can say. So dashboards are not an appropriate venue for artistic impression. So this is said by Stephen Few. That's fine. Now these are the rules we have to remember while building the dashboard. Who are you trying to impress? The answer for this question is, who is your target audience? Means your CXOs or the people who don't know about the visualization, or directly the client who don't have much idea about the visualization. Based on this question, the other questions becomes easy or understandable to you, because if you don't know the audience, it's very difficult for you to start building the dashboard, because you may build a dashboard which is not understandable to the client, right? If the client is not familiar with the data visualization, with the analytical aspects, then the dashboard that you create may find very tough for them to understand. So always try to understand if they have some knowledge, if they know if they know data visualization, right? Then we have the second rule we have is just select the right type of dashboards. So generally there are two type of dashboards. One is long form and one is the standard dashboard, that is a corporate dashboard. And there are certain different dashboards. We have executive, operational. So these are the different uh, what you say topics that we can build out of that dashboard. But generally either we build a long form dashboard or the standard dashboard. So standard dashboard is the one which we have seen here. So this looks like a corporate dashboard. Okay. Now third point is group data logically, use space wisely. Can someone explain me this? Anyone from ETL who is working on data cleaning or who have worked on the data cleaning part? Group data logically means what?
It's a group wise, use group by conditions or
No, 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 that is different case. That is related to use. Okay, so for example, we have data, retail store data. Okay, and one in the retail store data, we have different regions, right? So there are certain metrics we have. If you see here, profit, sales, discount, volume. Now the dashboard that you see here is a complete demographics, but you can change this demographic dashboard to different parts. I think someone is on unmute. Please mute yourself, guys. Now you can create one dashboard for profit, one dashboard for sales, one dashboard for discount. So that way you can group the data in a logical format. The fourth rule says make the data relevant to the audience. Don't mix up the information. If you are putting three charts for sales and then four chart, don't put for profit. Put all the charts in for sales only. So don't mix the information. Rule 5. Don't clutter your dashboard. Present the most important metrics only. What does this mean?
So let's talk about the rule 3 group data logically. That is based on data types, I guess, based on data types, dimensions, and measures. And when we talk about the most important metrics, so we have to read the data before we create it. So we have to figure out which are the important things. The project talks about the sales quarterly wise or 6 months, or if the company need any forecasting. So we have
Mm.
to present in that way. So
Okay. Yep. So to some extent, your answer is correct. Okay. So generally, don't clutter the dashboard means don't use too much of charts in one dashboard. Okay. Like if you go through these dashboards, you see I have used limited number of charts, right? For example, now if I'm adding three more charts into this, then it will become too cluttered. It will be very difficult, and too cluttered means like the charts will be very close to, and there will be a lot of information in one dashboard. So try to divide the dashboard. Okay. So that is what that rule says. Don't clutter your dashboard. Present the most important metrics. So generally, the flow is we have the dashboard title, then we have the filters, then we have KPIs, and after that we have the charts. Why this process or steps we follow for building the dashboard? We will see that in the dashboard sections. The rule number 6 is how often does the data really need to be refreshed? So this is again one of the important factor because there are reports, weekly reports, daily reports, weekly reports, monthly reports, quarterly reports. So based on that, you have to plan or build a dashboard. Okay. And this refresh frequency is one of the important part because while publishing the dashboard on Tableau server, you have to provide that information to the admin so that he can schedule the reports based on the given frequency. Clear? Any questions here?
I have one question. So
Yep.
we will get the requirements from the clients, right? So based on that, we will create the dashboard, or based on the data types and metrics, we will create the dashboard. How it is works in
Yeah.
real time.
So I have one like when we start the approach that we take before building the dashboard. That time we are going to cover this, but because right time this is not a correct time to discuss that part. So in that session I try to share like in what format you get the requirements. Okay. So that in that section you will I will be able to answer your question.
Okay, thanks.
Fine. Now any questions on data visualizations, guys? Yes, no.
Yeah, and in case and we prepare of dashboards, so how much sheets will be comfort with about visualization?
So that's all depend on the requirement. There is no fixed number of sheets in the dashboard. So it all depends on like what type of a dashboard they want. Sometimes there are hardly four sheets in the sense like one is for KPI and there is only one chart.
Okay.
So it all depends on the requirement, what exactly you want to show.
Okay.
Clear? Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
No.
No questions? So remaining, like in the next section, we will cover all the slides. Why Tableau? Tableau helps people see and understand the data. Data is everywhere. Ease of use. Then big data, the process ho- of publishing, connecting, the interactive visualizations. Right. This is again one of the dashboard created in one of the training batch. The Tableau products in details when we start with the training, then the design flow, and this is the common thing that we are going to discuss. Okay, and these are the sample dashboards which we have created in the earlier batches. I'm going to take you through that as well. Okay, so in every batch I try to create different dashboard. Okay, and I think in this batch again we will have a different dashboard. So all these things are covered, KPIs, filters, all the dashboard objects are covered while building the dashboard. If I, for example, if I take you through this, so we have taken the download button, navigation, KPIs, charts, right? The color formatting, how to choose the color. I will be sharing you the color portals as well, from where you can find the colors to build a dashboard, how to find the inspiration. So that those all those things we are going to cover in the training. Okay, so this is again a KPI dashboard which I have. Yeah, so these are some of the dashboards. I have just added few. There are a lot of dashboards I have, but these are the standard dashboards which I wanted to showcase. Okay, any questions, guys?
Mohammed, I have one question. Like, are you going to share the syllabus right now? The topics
Yes.
which we are going to cover during the
Yeah,
session.
yeah, that's why I'm stopping here actually. I have to cover that part. So the Tableau curriculum and SQL curriculum. So let me open that. Okay. So let's go to the Tableau curriculum. Prerequisites, basic knowledge of Microsoft Excel, no prior knowledge for Tableau. Then we'll start with data visualization, which we already started, purpose of data visualization. Then we'll start with introduction to Tableau. What is Tableau? We are going to cover Tableau products, different file types, the main file type which we generally use in the real time, benefits of Tableau, and then data source connection. How, like I will be showing you how we can connect to different data sources. Then we'll start with the Tableau environment. Opening and closing the application. I will take you through the landing page, connecting to data, the data source concepts, right? Then we will cover all these aspects: live extract, filters, table field sorting, rename, hide aliases, metadata, color symbols. So these all are the basic and fundamentals. Okay, I will show you how generally we create the calculations, but we are not going to cover the calculations part. In short, we are going to cover these are the very important part or the foundation of Tableau. Then we will go through Tableau workspace, workbooks and worksheet, like the menus. Then we'll cover the explore dimensions and major pane. Then explore Tableau shelves. I have one dedicated session for this mark type. What is mark type? I will show you in a moment. Okay, start page button, data dimensions, analytics, row columns, the behavior of dimensions and measures on rows and columns, right? Show me control using show me. Then we have these different menus which we are going to cover: file, data, worksheet, story, analysis. The next module is concepts and options when connecting to data. So we can connect to single table, multiple table, data blending, joins versus blending, union. These topics are very important because you definitely get questions on these topics. So we are going to cover in detail. Filtering, like we have order of operations in Tableau. That is again one of the important question in interview. If someone has given, then definitely they have faced these questions, order of operations. So we are going to cover that as well. But once we cover all the filters, so these are all the filters we have in Tableau. Bins, this is again one concept which we are going to use. Sorting, grouping, sets. Again, these groups and sets, common question in interview. Hierarchies is optional. Aliases, granularity is the part or concept which we will see while learning LOD, level of detail, because that's where it's like good to understand the granularity. Then pivot table, pivoting in Tableau, how to add totals, subtotals, drilling and drill through, aggregation and disaggregation. So again, these are the foundation. Charts and maps. I will not take you through these topics because these are around 25 to 30 charts, but in the training, we are going to cover around 40 plus charts. I will show you one of the workbook of my previous batch. Then building interactive dashboards. Here we will first build the dashboard. We will build the filters and interaction. We have dashboard filters, dashboard actions, action filters, which we are going to cover while building the dashboard. For performance, what are the important points you have to remember? We will look at that. Cascading filters, highlighting. So these all are a part of dashboards. Then annotations and formatting. Again, we will start with building KPI charts. So there we are going to cover the formatting part. Okay. So options in formatting your visualizations, working with labels and annotations, effective use of titles and captions, combining multiple visualizations into a dashboard, making a worksheet interactive by using action and filters, then formatting your view and visual best practices. Then we'll come to the calculations part. So calculations is like one of the common part which we required. So we'll start with number calculations, string calculations, date calculations, type conversion, logical calculations, aggregate calculations, user functions, where we cover the row level security. Table calculation will come before these calculations, before because that is again a separate calculation part. Custom aggregation, custom calculated fields. Again, we are going to cover that. Tab Table calculation and advanced table calculation is in sync with each other because before learning Tableau calculation, we have to understand this scope and direction. Okay, because definitely you get questions on table calculations. No matter what, the person will definitely ask you to show the running total if they are taking practical interview, to show the percent of total, to show the top 5, top 10, all those type of question scenarios we will cover here. Then we have LOD calculations, type of LOD calculations, and that's where the order of operations will come because LOD calculations is a part of order of operations. Fine. Then analytics part, we have the analytics tab in the Tableau. We are going to look at those reference line, then forecasting, statistical calculations. We have certain calculations which we will see, linear regression, reference lines which we will see, We have reference line bands and distribution, then separate reference line. So all this will come into analytics part. Then we have the parameters. So parameters we can take before dashboards, or the reason I kept parameters after dashboard is like I will keep like asking questions on the dashboard as well. Okay, so by the time we complete the training, I will be giving you different data sets which you have to build a dashboard on on those domains. So by the time we cover these topics, you should be able to create the dashboards based on that. And it's not like I will just give you the data. I will show you how you can take inspiration from the other people work. Then in parameter, we are going to cover at 5 to 6 use cases. Then there is a new feature, parameter actions, we are going to cover along with the set actions. Parameter actions and set actions came last year. So this is a new feature in Tableau, but very useful and powerful. Okay, then we'll see how to publish the workbook on Tableau Public, on Tableau Server. I don't have access to Tableau Server, but yes, I can show you how you can generally publish the workbook. Then we have export data and image. Any questions here related to Tableau course content? Yeah, I will be sharing this content with you all. Don't worry. I've already shared in the group, but I will share again. Any questions here till now?
Mohammed,
Yeah.
you were seeing KPI chart. Is it same as the storyboard or is different from storyboard?
No, no, storyboard is different.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So don't worry, this content looks too much, but at a time, like some of the topics are too small and like they are simple topics, but I have uh, added each and every topic which we are going to cover as a part of training. Okay. Any questions? No questions?
No.
Okay. Now let's go to SQL curriculum. So SQL, like again, no prerequisites. I'm going to take you through this. I think, yep. So why SQL, SQL basics, introduction. We will be using SQL Server. I will show you how to install. It's an open source and free tool. So we can, then I will show you how you can add Adventure Works database. Then we'll start with introduction, aliasing columns. So these are the important part we have as a SQL training. So selecting custom values, exporting data from SMS, then again some tips and tricks, then where condition, handling nulls, combining multiple conditions, because and or all these are like basically I will just give you an example, where condition. So when you apply filter in Tableau, so that's where we use where in while writing the SQL query in SQL Server or any database. Then how to select the numerical values by range, matching text patterns with wildcards. We have wildcards in Tableau as well. So we'll see that as well. Order by distinct. The next model is transforming data using SQL functions. So we'll see the date functions, data types, casting, converting data types. We'll see some of the text functions. Again, we will cover. I will cover the tips and tricks over here. Then aggregate queries. We have group by having. Now with each topic over here, for the topic that you see, applying criteria with where. So this is the first time I am adding SQL to the training along with Tableau. So how this SQL training will be conducted? We'll start with the basics. Okay, we'll start with the installation, everything. Now, whatever topics we are covering, applying criteria with where, I will show you the purpose of this, and for each topic, you will get the assignments. So for related to this, you may get to write 2 3 queries. Okay, so that's where for each topic, whichever I'm highlighting over here, you will have the assignments for each query. So whatever topics, let's say we are covering around 30, close to 30 topics, right? So you will have each topic assigned with the assignments. And then we have joins and unions, stacking table rows, unions, joins, how we write join queries. So we are going to see all those things because we have joins in Tableau, we have unions in Tableau, so we will see in SQL Server as well. Clear? Any questions?
Mohammed.
Yep,
Yes, and union is a Tableau part or a SQL part?
both.
Both. It's okay.
So we'll see how we perform the union in Tableau and how we perform union in SQL. Fine. Now, this is one of my earlier training workbook. So how we start with the training. So once we done with the theoretical fundamentals for Tableau, we start building the uh, views. Like if you see, I will show we covered in-depth formatting, how we get the borders, how we get the colors, how we add the headers colors, right? So each sheet is explaining you the different concepts. Now how we do the formatting, we have these formatting options, so we cover all these things. So this is the different worksheets, and here till here. So this is the final layout that we have. We highlight the negative numbers in the cross tab. If you are creating the cross tab in your dashboard, so how you should highlight the outliers, how you should highlight the big numbers. So all these things we cover here. If you don't want to highlight with numbers, you can highlight with shapes. Again, you can use that as well. If not, then we can use the shapes as well. Again, if you see, we are using the external shapes to create the KPI chart. Then we move to bar chart. We see the different flavors of bar chart. If you start here, this is a basic bar chart. This is bar chart with no header, rounded bar chart, dual axis, right? Then let me open, like I have added one more thing. I will open one more, the other latest workbook. Okay. Yeah. So this is like cross tab. Then we create a KPI scorecard. We create a KPI chart using PNG shapes and different shapes. Then we have bar chart with no header, rounded bar chart, shaded bar chart. So here you will be able to see bar chart in different flavors. So 4 to 5 type of bar charts. Then we cover the dual axis concept. Again, we have different flavors for that. We cover this lollipop chart. I show you how you can add creativity to the charts as well. Then we have line or train chart, like we are highlighting some important information on train chart, dual axis using line chart, right? Then we are selecting creating the line chart for dimensions, combination chart. Okay, then how you can create the multiple uh, charts in one sheet, we see that as well. This is daily sales trend, this is monthly sales trend for segment and category. Okay, again, how you can add creativity, I'm showing there. Then we go to pie chart, donut chart, donut chart by region. Then we have symbol map. So in this way, we cover around lot of charts in the throughout the training. So this is my recent batch workbook. We like when we are using the scatter plot, what are the things you have to highlight? So these are annotations and everything we cover. So these are the custom charts, dumbbell chart, then Gantt charts, slope graph, butterfly chart. So all these charts are the custom chart. Then we have some more charts. I try to cover 100% stack bar, waterfall. Then like this is not required. Then in between, I try to cover the concepts as well. Group sets, going back again, context filter, scenarios. Then again, we are showing these sheets are related to the dashboard. So I try to create new worksheets to build the dashboard. So when I come here, we have this dashboard. Now, this dashboard has two dashboards. So one is like basically the sales summary, the other one is the detail view. So that I show you. For example, if I show you how we can navigate to this dashboard, then we cover the parameters use cases. So these are the parameter use cases. For example, dynamic dimensions, dynamic reference line. If you're changing the line should move. Then dynamic coloring. If you're changing the dates, it should change. Then sheet swapping is again one of the parameter concept which we generally use in real time. Okay. Then we parameter actions. For example, these are the use cases using parameter actions, dynamic category selection, right? So all these things is covered in the training. Then like I have to cover the calculations. I have started recently with the calculations part, about to complete that. So this is where like first I try to cover the quick table calculation. We cover all the calculations which we have in the table calculations. We cover Windows calculations, lookup cells. In this way, uh, we go to the level of detail. Okay, so let me go to the other workbook, the old workbook where I've completed the batch. Just give me a second. So this is the other dashboard workbook. Sorry, other batch. So these are the calculations. We cover case, all this logical number. Then we are covering date calculations in detail. Then certain use cases of date functions. First day of current month, first day of next month, first day of every month, last day previous year. Then LOD, different examples for LOD, fixed, exclude, include, all this. Then dashboard, we have LOD calculations. We create this one. Then we try to find the like how we write the LOD calculation, the steps, the approach we take. Then I try to cover that in a simple manner. Okay. So I always prefer creating the workbook for each batch so that like let me show you my Tableau public. I'm just opening my Tableau public profile. So this is the place where you all will be uploading your assignments and the dashboard. Okay. So if I go your Tableau handbook using sample superstore. So once the batch is completed, I publish the workbook over here, which has all the sheets. The same you will find for your training batch as well. So whatever task I'm taking and the recording which we have gone through looking at the recording, you can try to practice if you have missed any of the sessions. Okay, so everyone in the batch who are attending the training, first step that I ask them is to create the Tableau public profile. Clear? Any questions, guys?
No, it's clear.
Yeah. So we almost done with 1.5 hour. If you have any questions,
Mohammed,
then
I have one question.
yeah, please tell.
Uh, how do we get the access for Tableau? Like, is there anything through which that you are going to provide a link, or do we need to download that app through Google?
Yeah,
How that will work?
I will uh, give you some idea. There are two things. Either you can work with Tableau Public, or when we start with the training, I will provide you the VM machine, which will have Tableau installed, and at least for 1 year, you will have Tableau installed on that VM machine. So you can use that VM machine to practice, or Tableau Public is fine because once we compare the Tableau Public and Tableau Desktop, you will have an idea like which one you should go for. Because for getting 1 year license, we need some student ID. If you have someone, so I will guide you on that as well. If you want to get 1 year license, how you can get that.
Okay. So, like, what is the validity for Tableau Public? So, is it for like certain
Lifetime.
period or for only
It is free. It
lifetime?
is free.
Okay.
Yeah, it is free.
Okay.
This
Okay.
Tableau Public, what you see is again free with you get 10 GB of space over here in this,
Uh,
and you can publish at up to 10 GB space the dashboards.
okay. 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 And about the another one which you like uh, said, like the for the students ID, which what exactly is that? The
Uh,
one which we need to log in through students ID, like
no,
what
no, that,
exactly? I
that
just
that will see. That will take at least 10-15 minutes more. So we when we start with the training, that will we will cover.
no,
Don't
no.
worry.
That is that is which app I mean to say.
No, no, from this Tableau
Is it
site only. No, no, from Tableau site
okay?
only you can get that. There is a form which you
Okay.
have to submit.
Okay. 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 No problem.
Fine. Any other questions, guys? Okay. So